and this is Meredith Making Magic. In this video we are making some special 4th of July themed treats. If you are like me, 4th of July completely snuck up on you, so these are going to be cute and simple treats that you can pull together quickly at the last minute, and I've sprinkled in a little extra Disney magic to make them even more special. For my first 4th of July inspired recipe, I decided to make popsicles. I have been wanting to make popsicles all summer long, and this felt like the perfect time to do it. I chose popsicles because they are really simple to make. You only need a few ingredients, and most of the time comes in waiting for the popsicles to be completely frozen. To make 4th of July red, white, and blue popsicles, I used blueberries, strawberries, and vanilla Greek yogurt. To give these popsicles a little Disney twist, I used my Mickey and Minnie popsicle molds. Popsicles are easy to customize with different color and flavor combinations. For these popsicles, I layered some blueberries and diced strawberries in the bottoms of my molds, added in my popsicle stick, and then topped with some vanilla Greek yogurt. These popsicles weren't overly sweet. If you're looking for more of a dessert, you can mix a little bit of extra honey or sugar into your vanilla Greek yogurt until you get the desired sweetness and taste you are looking for. I then pureed some strawberries with just a little bit of sugar, and I poured that into the cracks around the white yogurt so that I could get a more marbled look. I added a few more blueberries on top, so I would have fruit throughout my entire popsicle. Don't overfill your molds like I did. Popsicles are really simple to make, but the one rule is don't overfill them. Each of my popsicles turned out a little bit different, had a slightly different combination of elements and ingredients, but I think that's the fun of popsicles, opening it up and being a little bit surprised at the outcome and how everything came together. I tried a few different combinations of making these popsicles, but my favorite was the one with the strawberry puree. I loved how the puree filled in the cracks around the fruit and the yogurt. These popsicles also had the best appearance and combination of flavors and sweetness. I'm nervous to see how my popsicles came out. I put these together yesterday and then let them freeze overnight. Okay, I definitely overfilled my mold so you can kind of see a little extra on the edge, but I was going for a red, white, and blue popsicle, and I think this is pretty cute. I think this delivered for 4th of July Mickey popsicles. Let's unmold the rest and see how they turned out. Let's get started by making our Rice Krispie treats. I chose Rice Krispie treats because they have a relatively small and simple ingredient list. They come together pretty quickly, but there are lots of ways to decorate them with chocolate and sprinkles to theme them to fun different holidays like 4th of July. I just followed the recipe for Rice Krispie treats on the cereal box. I measured out my marshmallows and Rice Krispies before I got started. So I have 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats. I have 5½ cups of mini marshmallows, and I have 3 tablespoons of butter. The first step to making Rice Krispie treats is melting 3 tablespoons of butter on a low heat. I should have cut my butter into small pieces so it would melt faster. Next, you add in your marshmallows and mix until everything is completely melted and gooey. With the pan off the stove, we pour in our 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats and mix until everything is fully coated in the marshmallows. I sprayed some pan spray onto a cookie sheet and on my hands, and then I went into molding the Rice Krispie treat into a nice thickness, a nice even thickness all the way across. I will be using cookie cutters to cut out my Rice Krispie treats, and to give them that touch of Disney magic, I have 2 different sized Mickey shaped cookie cutters that I will be using to shape my Rice Krispie treats. Rice Krispie treats are really easy to cut out with a cookie cutter. If you find that they're sticking to your cookie cutter, just hand spray the edges of your cookie cutter a little bit, and that should help release the Rice Krispie treats as you're cutting them out. The Rice Krispies are still slightly warm. You can remold your scraps into a disc and cut out some additional shapes with your cookie cutter. I let my Rice Krispies cool overnight because I didn't have the melting chocolate I needed to decorate them, but you do not need to wait very long to decorate your Rice Krispies. I would just let them cool a little bit so they have a little bit more structure to them when you're decorating. I picked up some candy melts first thing this morning so that I could get to decorating my Rice Krispie treats. I picked up this light blue. I was hoping I could find a navy blue, but they didn't have any. I have a red and a white, so I have these in little bowls so that I can melt them and then figure out how I'm going to use them to decorate my Rice Krispie treats. I found some inspiration images from Disneyland for how I might want to decorate my Rice Krispie treats. I loved the idea of doing the American flag style, so I made the ears blue and I spread it with a spatula and piped the chocolate on from a piping bag, and I added a little bit of sprinkles. I then let the blue fully set before I went in and added the other details. I tried a few different techniques for applying the chocolate, but I liked working with the piping bag best. It was easiest to get clean edges, and then if I needed to smooth it out, I could just use a rubber spatula. After the blue chocolate had set, I went in with some red chocolate and covered the bottom portion of the Mickey Mouse. I tried a few different designs for my Mickey Rice Krispie treats. For these ones, I just drizzled red, white, and blue chocolate over the top, and then added a few little sprinkles. This was the quickest and easiest design to make, so if you're looking for something that will come together really fast and doesn't require a lot of technique, this is the one you should go with. I then drizzled some white stripes on top of the red to create an American flag look on these Mickey Rice Krispies. This design was also pretty easy. You just need to wait a little bit between each chocolate layer so they don't melt together. I also had this Mickey chocolate mold. I think it's actually a lollipop mold, but I used this to make some red, white, and blue chocolates, so I would have some extra elements when decorating some of my Rice Krispie treats. You need to wait for your chocolates to fully harden before taking them out of the mold. You can expedite this process by putting them in the fridge. I love how these chocolates turned out. I think they're so cute, and I love all the different expressions on Mickey and Minnie. I did a red, white, and blue drizzle on these larger Mickey Rice Krispie treats. I added in some red, white, and blue sprinkles, and then placed my cute Mickey and Minnie chocolates on top. I added a little bit of melted chocolate to the back to help them stick to the Rice Krispie treat. These ones were really simple but turned out so cute. Let me know which Rice Krispie design is your favorite, but I think they all turned out super cute and I really can't pick a favorite. My final 4th of July recipe is sugar cookies. For my favorite sugar cookie recipe, you will need 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 cup of butter or 2 sticks. Heavy whipping cream, milk or water will also work. baking powder, and vanilla. I start by creaming my butter by whipping it on high in the mixer until it's light and fluffy. Can you catch the tragic event that just happened? Here, I'll show it to you again. This is my face when I realized my egg hit the floor. After cleaning egg up off my floor, I got back to baking. I usually cream my butter for a minute or two until it looks like this, and then I add in my sugar and cream for a little bit longer until it's nice and light and fluffy. Make sure to scrape the sides of your bowl while this is mixing at least once or twice. I then add half a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of vanilla. Now it's time to add in our egg. I let the egg fully incorporate, and then I start adding my flour a little bit at a time, letting it fully mix in before adding more. If you live at a high altitude or a drier climate like me, your dough might look crumbly like this. I add 1 tablespoon of liquid for each cup of flour. I use heavy cream, milk, or water, whatever I have on hand at the time. This just allows the dough to have a little bit more moisture in it, and it should pull together off the sides of the bowl and look like this. Climate and location affect this step of the recipe, so you might not have to add as much liquid. Now it's time to roll out our dough and cut out our cookie shapes. I'm using the same Mickey cookie cutters that I use to shape the Rice Krispie treats. Sometimes I chill a disc of my dough for 30 minutes to an cookies, so I made it all blue. I used the same star tip to pipe stars on top of the blue roses to really finish the American flag picture. I hope you enjoyed these easy 4th of July recipes. I tried to pick recipes that didn't have complex ingredient lists or steps, but also still have treats that would be a beautiful statement piece on a table and incorporate lots of red, white, and blue for 4th of July. I hope you have a happy 4th of July, and if you try any of these recipes, I would love to see what you create. You can find me on any social media platform at Meredith Making Magic.